Seated neck activation. Now, when we are working through any of our upper body routines, you will see that we have an activation that happens that I like to program in a lot of my upper body stuff. So today I wanted to take you through this movement and explain it a little bit more. So the movement, as you'll come across in most of the videos, looks like this. I often tell you to put your hands interlaced behind your head, really nestling your head into your hands. Elbows are wide. From this point, we ask you to push your head back into your hands, creating activation in the back of the neck, and then release. The release is often followed with a lovely little crumble forward before coming back up. Okay, so why do we do this exercise? So we do this exercise to actually work and condition the muscles of the neck. Now, if you find yourself in a lot of discomfort and tension around the upper body, it's very possible that you spend a lot of time releasing it, rubbing it, wanting to give it a lot of TLC, which is great and that often makes us feel good. However, it doesn't give us a continued solution. So whenever we're looking at the upper body and how to improve our comfort when sitting, our comfort when standing, and the support in our neck, we want to look at some activating conditioning exercises as well. So a simple one is the one I've just demonstrated. Let's talk about it a little bit more. So what we do is we create our own resistance, okay? So by placing my hands behind my head, I have now created my resistance. So this way, I don't need any equipment. I don't need to be standing by a wall with a ball. I don't need any of that. I can just use my own hands. So I'm going to interlace my hands, guys, really interlock those fingers and place them on the back of the head. And there's a lot of contact between my hands and my head right now. I always go for elbows back because the likelihood is if the elbows are back, we're in a nice straight spine position. If we don't really know where the elbows are, then it's kind of anyone's guess as to what's happening with the shape of our spine. So elbows back, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Now, one thing to remember here is we really want the gaze, so the eye line, to be neutral. What we don't want is the eye line looking up or the eye line dropping down, because that is going to equal a shift and a change in the positioning of the head. If I'm turning my face and my eyes upwards, I am crunching into the cervical spine, which I don't want to do. Just like if I'm dropping the chin and I'm jamming that down, I'm lengthening and overextending the spine as well. So we don't want to do that. So hands are interlaced. Eye line is to your horizon. From here, the pressure goes straight back into the hands. Okay, so straight back on the same line. So my eye line doesn't move. I'm just pressing the head into the hands and I'm holding it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, when I relax, I can choose to come into a gorgeous roll down or fold, or I can choose to just let my arms soften for a second and breathe before I step up to do another one. If you're going to be performing this move in isolation, which I would highly recommend you doing if you are sat at your desk all day, or maybe you find yourself on the tube, on the train, commuting, on a flight, anywhere where you really start to feel like the neck is crunching and sinking. This is an incredible way to just wake up those muscles and get them supporting the head on top of the shoulders again. I would recommend doing 3 sets of 5 seconds. That's pushing into your hands for 5 seconds and then releasing, okay? 3 times, don't overdo it. The neck muscles are quite sensitive, so we don't want to overwork them either.